we thought we'd do an intro outside instead because it's nice and sunny, even though
we're in the shade.
We're still in the shade. There's actually there's no shade, actual sun on this garden. But it is sunny, look, coming through. So with this video, we've we've got a ST180 Fiesta in for a forge. So this is going to have a lot of things done to it. Oh my god, it's very dark in here. It's going to have a lot of things done to it. Gonna sat like a child on the floor. But it's going to have a lot of things done to it. So he wants to run about 500 horsepower after. Now these have a similar issue to the Focus STs with the liners cracking over a certain amount. Obviously you can do the shims which Puma Speed have obviously made to suit these cars, which last for about 320 brake, up to I think it's 380 or something like that. However, these will still develop the cracks for long-term use if you are running excess power. So the way to get around that is reinforcing the iron and steel block with the liners, or the step liners, and he's also going to be having a decked block. So this is what in Puma Speed's words call it a bulletproof block. So basically there should be no issues of cracking, no evidence of any foul play or anything else in there. If it was used for track permanently, then this is going to stop that problem. So yes, we can forge these. Yes, it does take a little bit longer if you do want the block decking and lining. It's a process that is at our hands, so it does take a while, unfortunately. But like I said to you, we are moving into the Ford side of things. So the Focus ST, which is coming as well, by the way. It's just that his block is taking a while to get lined because he decided he wanted it lined. So that is coming, but in the process, we're going to be carrying on, progressing with these cars. And we're going to make sure that we do keep progressing as a company. Now, Kenny's down here doing a DS3. It's like a child. So he's putting this engine in. It's had a rebuild on it, and due to valve and piston issues, so he's having fun with that, putting the flywheel on, the gearbox and everything else. Now with regards to this ST, plan of action:
rip it out.
just rip everything.
Yes.
Rip it all out. Yeah. It does have a slight crack here, which I'm assuming
and
it's because of the giant splitter on the front.
And here.
But it is actually a nice car, to be fair, isn't it? It actually sits really well. It sits really nice. It's not too low. Yeah, the exhaust is there. Now there is an issue with this car. It has came in.
The exhaust is at his shop.
Yeah. Do you want to just start it so we can show him the issue?
I'll show it.
So there is an issue with the car as it is. Shout out to the guy with his plate. But it smoked really, really bad. So there's going to be some inspection. It's going to be very interesting to actually find out what is wrong with this car. Now, it may even be the case of the fact that it is already cracked a liner. Hopefully not, because it does run okay. There's no misfiring or anything like that. It's just a lot of smoke that's there in general. So what I'm going to do is, Jack's going to turn this on. I'm going to show you exactly the amount of smoke that's coming out, and you can see for yourself. Let us know what you think down below. Let us know what you think's wrong. Upon slight acceleration, it is kicking out a lot of oil itself. So there is obviously some underlying facts. Could be valve stems, could be piston rings. There's a lot of things there that can develop. So hopefully it's focused. You guys can see that. So there is plenty of smoke there, which unfortunately does mean that there is an issue, which could be an underlying issue, which is an additional cost depending what it is, provided it's done no damage to the actual liners themselves already, which is what we don't want. So we're going to go back inside now. It's more quiet, but look at that.
Oh, lovely.
Smoky. So it is very, very smoky. but that problem is going to get fixed whilst we are doing a forge. So enjoy these cinematics of Jack having fun. What did you say? Ripping this engine out?
Yes.
Jack, rip it out. You having a victory fag?
Yes.
Although you don't smoke.
No, I don't smoke.
We've already said this. So how did you find that?
Alright.
I think the awkward bit was just that downpipe, wasn't it? To get it out.
Yeah.
Bit of a weird technique. It had to be dropped to be lifted because it was caught on
Well, I can unbolt
the
it
other
from
bits.
here, but
It's awkward to get it straight off the turbo though, isn't it?
yeah, well, not just
it's right at the back.
The bolts are rounded off a little bit anyway, so I didn't want to risk it.
It's a bit like the Astra J, isn't it? Where it's on the back of the engine. So it makes it a bit awkward to actually get to down here. So this section of the downpipe came off with it. It was just pretty straightforward, really. Less than the EcoBoost, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot less.
Not as complicated as the Focus either, Focus ST.
No.
It was a bit like the Corsa, wasn't it, really? Yeah. A few extra little bits, but wasn't actually that bad. So one interesting fact about this, though, is when Jack was draining the oil, what did you find?
Metal.
Was there a lot of metal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an indication somewhere that something's gone wrong. If you remember, we talked about the smoke at the very beginning. Now, that could be something to do with it.
I'm going to go outdoors.
Hey?
I'm going to go outdoors.
Yeah, okay. To be fair, we started the video outdoors, so let's go outdoors. Yeah. So obviously with the smoke right at the very beginning, that could be the issue with that. It could be pointing towards something, like I said, to do with piston rings, piston failure. Hopefully there's no crack in the block. We're really hoping there isn't, because that's just a bit of a headache. Although you can line a cracked block,
If it's in
apparently.
the cylinder, it's fine.
So that'll be interesting to see. I think maybe I wonder if we contact Puma Speed if they'd let us actually come down and record the process that they do to do the deck block and the liner. Might be worth that. We might see if Puma Speed does let us go down, because we use Puma Speed for these to get the blocks done and everything else. Our usual engine place does do it, but we'd rather go somewhere that has experience with doing it all the time. So we do talk to Puma Speed quite a bit, don't we, sometimes. So it's just business relationships and stuff like that. So you look very happy there. It looks really in thought, look.
I was in thought.
What was you thinking?
I want to strip the engine down now.
Strip the engine down. So what we're going to do is, as always with these, we're going to show you a second part. We're going to talk about the things that we find with this engine. So this is going to be interesting for us as well, isn't it? Because when we actually pull an engine and we strip it, we do compare it to the Corsas, don't we? A lot. Because I know we know for the VXRs, but obviously we want to broaden our horizons and learn more and provide a good service for everybody else at the same time. And the only way we can actually do that is by experimenting, isn't it, with the other stuff. So with these cars, so far so good. No issues that we've found so far that are common, but I'm pretty sure we'll find something that's common on them, just like the Corsas. There's always the argument between the Focus, the Fiesta ST and the Corsa VXR. Which is better? What do you think's better?
Corsa.
Is that because you've got one though?
No.
See, that's the thing. For me, I've never driven one of them. So I can't really complain. The Corsa's nice to drive.
They are nice to drive.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think they've both got the pros and they've both got the cons. as well at the same time, which is like any other car. No matter what you buy, there's always pros and cons with it. So I can't really comment because I've never driven one. Whereas my opinion could be the same as somebody else's that's driven both. You know, I don't know. Like, it could be the Corsa. I might find the Corsa better than the Fiesta, but it's only one way to tell. And I just realised all your hair's on that floor from when you had a Rusty Auto's haircut.
There's a lot of grey in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of grey. It's all stress. So if you do want to see a part 2 to this, we found some interesting things, as we said, in the breakdown of it, well, pulling it out. We are going to go through it and break it down and explain and show you the things that we find in there. Be interesting to see the common things for you guys if you've got a Fiesta ST, or if you're new to the channel and you just enjoy what we do. Really appreciate it. So if you could consider smashing that subscribe button and smash that like button down below. If you do want any work done by us, also follow us on Facebook at Rusty Autos. That's so awkward.
I tried to be Kenny then.
Oh, did you? You should just be, hi guys.